And welcome back to News Channel 3 Live at 9. Divorce can often be ugly as couples try to hammer out who gets what, who is owed what, who deserves what to do with the kids. But collaborative law can change all that. Not only make the situation go a little quicker, it can cut the time almost in half, but also can be a lot cheaper.
Not bad at all, especially in these tough economic times. Steve Silver is a certified divorce financial analyst and a member of the newly formed Mid-South Collaborative Divorce Alliance. Karen Hall is a family law attorney. Folks, welcome to Live at 9 this morning. Glad to have you all here.
Thank you.
Let's start with what exactly is collaborative law? I mean, is this something brand new? Has it been around for a few years?
In Memphis, it's relatively new. It's been around nationwide for several years, but the whole benefit is, as you said, to try to make the process kinder, a little easier. We know that sometimes in the divorce field it could be ugly. It's already emotional as it is.
Right.
So as the article said in the paper, that we're trying to bring together attorneys and certified financial planners and therapists together to try to have both sides understand the sides and
Is this more mediation that we're talking about here, or what are we looking at? What's somewhat taken out of the equation, maybe what's put in?
Well, actually, in mediation, you have a third party who's a neutral who meets with typically the attorneys and the parties.
Right.
And in collaborative law, there can be, you can bring a mediator in, but it is really a series of four-way meetings with the attorneys and the parties and the financial planners and the family counselors, so that it is a collaborative process.
And
working
everybody
together
in the process agrees, and this is a very cool thing, correct me if I'm wrong. Both attorneys, for instance, agree that if this breaks down in the process and we just can't go further and we can't agree, the clients leave the attorneys too. So some people have criticized that, thinking that it sets the clients back at square one, but the attorneys say this makes us work harder for an agreement. True or false?
Well, I think it does, and the whole process is you agree up front that you're not going to litigate, you're not going to have a trial, you're going to work together in this process to resolve it. And that gives the incentive then to say, if we have reached an impasse, which you do in negotiations and trying to work out settlements, one party can't say, well, you know, forget this, we're going to court. Because you've got that agreement, and you know that if you stop at that point, everything's off the table. The parties have to get new attorneys and they have to start over. So that's a huge incentive to stay with the process and to stay focused on it and to work toward reaching that resolution.
Steve, can it be a win-win for almost everybody involved? Is this more than Mary Beth getting her half, I get my half, or one person gets more than the other? Or
That's a good question. It can be a win-win, and both sides understand on the front end that if for some reason there's tremendous mistrust, it's not right for them. It's not right for everybody.
Okay.
So if, on the other hand, they feel like not only they want this amicable, they want a relationship afterwards of some kind, then it can be a win-win. They may not get everything they want, but at the same time, if they can walk away with it, holding their head up high, feeling content, feeling like everything is put on the table, then they can move on a lot easier.
Now, in a traditional divorce, too, you also don't have the financial planner there from the beginning, right? So
Well,
this is another advantage, I would assume.
You can have, but typically each party will have their own experts.
okay.
In this, the expert actually is a neutral and works for the benefit of the process. And like Steve said, in this, the parties are looking at saying, okay, our marriage is ending, but we are redefining this. We still have children, or we have this history. So the neutrals, the counselors, the financial planners work for the benefit of the process in both parties. So it's just a different concept. It's not like each one hires their own experts to then do battle, so to speak.
And during tough economic times that we kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, are you beginning slowly but surely beginning to possibly see a trend where maybe more couples who are thinking about going their separate ways are kind of looking at collaborative law?
Well, we're hoping so. I mean, we're just getting started with it now. We certainly hope so. I think nationwide we're seeing more of a trend towards that, as we're seeing more of a trend towards mediation.
How much could it save conceivably? How much have other areas that have done it for a while? How much do lawyers report?
Different areas have different demographics as far as how much is being spent on this and that. I think it's a matter of understanding that if a divorce goes to court, the average in Shelby County, I don't know what numbers, could be X amount. Could be was it $25,000 to $40,000 is a number that was thrown out.
I think 25 to 40,000.
Holy
Wow.
Toledo!
That's a lot.
In a mediation, in an average mediation, if we can use that, I've heard numbers of as low as $5,000. Collaboration, yes, you potentially have 3 different professions involved if they need to be involved. Not every case needs, by the way, a financial planner.
Right. It's probably
or
just the ones with some money.
The ones with complexities, especially.
Yes.
But it could certainly save a lot of money if both sides agree with this process.
Okay. I want the furniture.
You're not going to get it.
Especially.
You're not going to get it. We've only been together a few years. It's not yours.
We might need y'all to stay just for a little while. We'll meet you over in Starbucks.
And talk to us for a long time. We're going to need it. Thank
The
you
number
very
on
much.
your screen is where to call for more information.
right.
If, God forbid, you're going through a divorce. These guys are the ones to call.
Karen Hall and Steve Silver, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
for having us.
All right.